Hey everyone, welcome back. In Renegade Immortal episode 151, we are going to see Wang Lin finally uncover the truth behind Li Yuan's identity, a mystery that has been hidden for tens of thousands of years. We'll also witness the Celestial's shocking response that leaves even Wang Lin questioning everything, and just when the dust settles, a terrifying powerhouse makes his return to the Thunder Celestial realm. But was Li Yuan truly the mastermind all along, or was he just another victim of fate? And as always, this recap is based on the novel, so the official Donghua adaptation may be a little different. Also, help us reach 300 likes on this video. It would mean a lot. Alright, let's get started. Renegade Immortal episode 151 opens with Wang Lin finally seeing through Li Yuan's true nature. After piecing together countless clues, he realizes that Li Yuan's true objective was never to remove the slave imprint that had tormented the Li family for generations. Everything Li Yuan had done, every scheme he had orchestrated, and every sacrifice he had demanded all pointed toward a single purpose, the resurrection of the ancient Celestial. With the truth laid bare, the fragile friendship between the two men instantly shatters. The masks they had worn can no longer remain in place, and what follows is no longer a discussion between allies, but the beginning of a life-and-death confrontation. Wang Lin harshly condemns Li Yuan's actions, accusing him of attempting to revive his master at the cost of his own master's descendants. To Wang Lin, sacrificing the bloodline of countless generations in exchange for the awakening of a celestial soul was an act completely devoid of conscience, one that stood in direct opposition to the heavenly Tao itself. He declares that beneath the seemingly sacred celestial stone statue lies nothing but endless sorrow, helplessness, and regret. The so-called grand cause of resurrection, in Wang Lin's eyes, has always been nothing more than Li Yuan's own obsession, a wishful dream that he has stubbornly pursued for tens of thousands of years. Those words strike Li Yuan harder than any divine ability ever could. Wang Lin's accusations pierce directly into the deepest and softest corner of his heart, causing his mind to tremble uncontrollably. Yet Li Yuan immediately responds with unwavering conviction. He insists that every action he has taken was for the sake of his master's return. He declares that he has endured countless cycles of reincarnation, carried an eternal infamy upon his shoulders, and suffered for tens of thousands of years for a single purpose. In his eyes, no one in this world has the right to judge his loyalty. As the two continue exchanging words, every lingering speculation within Wang Lin's mind finally connects together. The karmic threads spanning tens of thousands of years suddenly become crystal clear before him. In that instant, Wang Lin sees through the greatest deception of all, a reincarnation scam that has persisted across the ages. More importantly, he finally understands Li Yuan's true identity. The person standing before him is not the pure descendant of the Li family that he claimed to be. Instead, Li Yuan is nothing more than a reincarnation vessel, a body that has long been parasitized by the remnant soul hidden within the slave imprint. Wang Lin reveals the ancient truth that had been buried for tens of thousands of years. Long ago, the ancestors of the Li family sought to break the slave imprint that had enslaved their bloodline for generations. Their intention had always been noble, to save their descendants from eternal servitude. However, they never anticipated that the hidden soul of the celestial servant sleeping within their bloodline would awaken and twist their purpose. What was originally meant to be a method of liberation gradually transformed into a heaven-defying sacrificial ritual. The unsealing ceremony became a ritual that demanded blood, one that sought to resurrect the celestial by sacrificing his own descendants. From that moment onward, every generation of the Li family became pawns. The servant's remnant soul quietly controlled each reincarnation, reducing the entire clan into nothing more than tools to fulfill its obsession. Meanwhile, the Gu family, as direct descendants carrying the pure blood of the ancient celestial, became the ultimate sacrifice. For tens of thousands of years, they were hunted relentlessly, all to satisfy a wish that was never their own. Wang Lin further points out an even greater truth. The failure of the first sacrificial ceremony all those years ago had nothing to do with a lack of treasures or an insufficient bloodline. The real reason was painfully simple. The Celestial himself never wished to return through the slaughter of his descendants. With eyes as sharp as lightning, Wang Lin publicly exposes the eternal secret hidden beneath the mountain. He states that two separate wills have always coexisted within Li Yuan's body. One is Li Yuan's true heart, the part of him that still remembers the Li family's original wish to remove the slave imprint and save future generations. The other is the paranoid and overbearing remnant soul of the celestial servant, a soul whose only obsession is reviving its master, regardless of the cost. This second will has never hesitated to sacrifice innocents, slaughter descendants, and abandon all morality in pursuit of its goal. For tens of thousands of years, these two wills have constantly struggled against one another. Wang Lin explains that this internal conflict is precisely why every restriction technique cast by Li Yuan carries hidden flaws and why his power has never been able to reach true perfection. The truth crashes into Li Yuan's mind like a thunderbolt. His obsession, which has endured for tens of thousands of years, begins to loosen for the very first time. A violent struggle erupts within him as his Tao heart teeters on the edge of collapse. Wang Lin immediately realizes that the opportunity he has been waiting for has finally arrived. Knowing that words alone are no longer enough, he makes his move without hesitation. The mountain soul expands across the heavens, releasing an ancient mist that sweeps through the entire world as it rushes directly toward the celestial stone statue atop the mountain. Wang Lin intends to strike at the very root of this twisted destiny. At the same time, he unleashes his innate divine ability, the Karma Whip. This supreme treasure, capable of governing reincarnation itself and shattering the foundations of a Tao heart, lashes through the air. Rather than targeting Li Yuan's body or origin soul, the whip strikes directly at the foundation of his karma. The moment the first strike lands, Li Yuan's entire body trembles violently as he stumbles backward. A powerful rejection immediately emerges between his physical body and the soul inhabiting it. Seizing the moment, Wang Lin delivers a devastating truth, declaring that even the flesh Li Yuan inhabits rejects him because his soul does not belong to the Li family. The instant those words fall, Wang Lin casts the stop spell. Time itself seems to freeze as Li Yuan's body is forcibly imprisoned. Before Li Yuan can react, the second strike of the Karma Whip descends. Layer by layer, the shackles of obsession binding the servant's soul begin to peel away. Each successive blow lands not on the body, but directly upon Li Yuan's Tao heart. Ferocity, confusion, resistance, and hesitation all begin intertwining within him. The conviction that has sustained him for tens of thousands of years starts to crumble before Wang Lin's eyes. Yet just as his Tao heart is about to completely collapse, Li Yuan forcibly suppresses his hesitation. His obsession once again takes control. He slowly retreats, his expression returning to an icy calm as he fixes his gaze upon Wang Lin. Repeating the same words over and over, he insists that he has never been wrong. In Li Yuan's mind, as long as his master can be freed from the seal and re-enter the cycle of reincarnation, then sacrificing the entire Ge family, slaughtering millions of living beings, and bearing eternal infamy are prices worth paying. Determined to achieve his goal at any cost, Li Yuan finally reveals his ultimate trump card. He summons a forbidden black line technique, one that originates from the same source as the Celestial Guard's imprisonment arts. His intention is clear, to forcibly suppress Wang Lin and seize what he truly desires. Wang Lin, however, has already seen through everything. He calmly reveals that Li Yuan never cared about the stop spell. From the very beginning, the object of his desire was the Karma Whip itself, the treasure capable of governing the heavenly Tao of reincarnation. Li Yuan no longer denies it. He openly admits that without the Karma Whip, the chances of resurrecting the Celestial stand at only 70%. But with the Karma Whip in his possession, the probability rises to 90%. He also acknowledges the truth of the first failed sacrificial ceremony. It was never the lack of external treasures that caused its failure. The celestial soul itself resisted resurrection through bloodshed. In response, Wang Lin reveals a supreme treasure that he has never displayed before, the mountain and river screen. As the treasure unfolds, an immense landscape painting stretches across the heavens, transforming the surrounding world into an independent universe. The mountain and river painting engulfs every one of Li Yuan's black line techniques, imprisoning them within its vast expanse and completely isolating all external influences. Standing within this world of mountains and rivers, Wang Lin's voice echoes like the judgment of the heavenly Tao itself. He repeatedly questions Li Yuan's true heart, forcing him to confront a truth he has spent countless lifetimes avoiding. Tens of thousands of years ago, the treasures had been prepared. The bloodlines had been gathered. The plan itself had been flawless. And yet, despite everything, the ritual still failed. Why? Because the Celestial himself refused to accept it. From the very beginning, this entire resurrection was nothing more than a delusion born from a servant's obsession. Wang Lin's relentless questioning causes the cracks within Li Yuan's Tao heart to expand further and further. Seizing the opportunity, Wang Lin suddenly commands Li Yuan to turn around and look behind him. Almost instinctively, Li Yuan obeys. His eyes slowly rise toward the celestial stone statue standing atop the mountain peak. The moment he sees it, his entire mind goes blank. The crimson flames surrounding the statue have completely withdrawn inward. Endless cracks spread across its massive body as blood-red light seeps from within, staining the surrounding void. But the most shocking sight of all appears beneath the statue's eyes. Two streams of blood-colored light slowly descend, forming what can only be described as tears of blood. Without speaking a single word, the Celestial silently conveys his sorrow and helplessness across tens of thousands of years. At that moment, Li Yuan's obsession completely shatters. He collapses to his knees, staring blankly into the distance as endless confusion fills his mind. Everything he has ever sought was for a single purpose: to see his master descend into this world once more, so that he could continue standing at his side and serving him as he had in the ancient past. Yet now, the master's tears themselves are denying every sacrifice, every scheme, and every life that Li Yuan has offered in his name. Wang Lin watches the scene unfold in silence, unable to suppress a sigh. Li Yuan was never truly evil. He was simply a servant whose loyalty had become an obsession. Trapped within an endless cycle of reincarnation, he had become another victim of fate itself. In Wang Lin's eyes, an ancient image seems to overlap with reality. He sees the fallen celestial of the past and a lone servant standing upon a sword, looking upon a broken world in confusion. That ancient figure and the kneeling Li Yuan before him become one and the same, filling the entire world with an indescribable sense of desolation. Just as Li Yuan's Tao heart completely collapses and his destiny reaches its conclusion, the blood-red light surrounding the stone statue erupts with unprecedented intensity. The crimson radiance is continuously absorbed into the mountain and river painting. As more and more of the red light pours into the ancient scroll, scarlet flames suddenly ignite across its surface. The fire spreads slowly at first before rapidly consuming the entire landscape painting. Mountains, rivers, and all forms within the scroll are reduced to ash, leaving behind only wisps of green smoke suspended beneath the heavens. Gradually, the smoke begins to gather together, taking the shape of a blurry figure. The figure stands atop a sword formed from green mist, its posture identical to that of the ancient celestial. Ethereal and unreal, the green smoke celestial slowly turns and raises a hand toward the kneeling Li Yuan. In an instant, the slave imprint that had burdened the Li family for tens of thousands of years appears between Li Yuan's brows. Before Wang Lin's eyes, it separates from Li Yuan's body, transforming into a wisp of remnant soul. Drawn upward by the celestial's phantom, it rises into the sky and settles quietly at the tip of the sword. The shackles of reincarnation, the curse inherited through countless generations, and the eternal slave imprint that had bound the Li family across the ages all finally come to an end. Without a single word, the green smoke celestial drifts toward the horizon alongside the remnant soul of his faithful servant. Slowly, both figures fade into the distance until nothing remains. All that is left behind is a shattered stone statue, a desolate mountain peak, and an endless sense of illusion, regret, and disappointment. As everything finally comes to an end, Wang Lin remains standing silently beneath the vast skies of the Thunder Celestial Realm. Yet despite uncovering the truth behind Li Yuan's obsession and exposing the reincarnation conspiracy that had persisted for tens of thousands of years, a trace of confusion still lingers in his heart. He had believed that he had already seen through every karmic thread and unraveled every hidden truth. But the appearance of that final green smoke phantom leaves all the answers shrouded in uncertainty once more. No one can say with certainty whether the ancient celestial truly perished long ago, his soul extinguished and body reduced to dust, leaving behind only the sorrowful illusion of a loyal servant's obsession. Nor can anyone determine whether a remnant soul had truly remained all this time, quietly waiting for the moment it could finally attain liberation. This destiny, which stretched across countless generations, ultimately leaves behind nothing but unanswered questions. Only one thing remains certain. From this day onward, beneath the endless heavens of the Thunder Celestial Realm, an additional shadow exists, a faint green smoke sword silhouette that drifts eternally through the sky, as if silently watching over the world for all eternity. With the storm finally settled, Li Yuan slowly regains consciousness. Having been freed from the control of the slave imprint's remnant soul, he at last recovers his original memories and his true self. The countless actions he committed while under its influence replay before his eyes one after another. Guilt and gratitude intertwine within his heart. More than anyone, Li Yuan understands that it was Wang Lin who pointed out the truth of his destiny and rescued him from the endless cycle that had bound him for tens of thousands of years. Wang Lin did not merely save his life, he returned Li Yuan to himself. From that moment forward, Li Yuan completely releases the obsessions that had defined his existence. Filled with sincere gratitude, he decides to repay Wang Lin in the only way he can. Without holding anything back, he he shares everything he has learned throughout his long life. Over the next half-month, Wang Lin and Li Yuan travel together through the fragmented regions of the Thunder Celestial Realm. The two journey across broken continents and forgotten ruins, exploring ancient celestial inheritances hidden beneath the passage of time. Li Yuan's understanding of restrictions is far beyond that of ordinary cultivators. In particular, he possesses the legacy of the Annihilation Restriction, one of the four great void-grade restriction arts. Along the way, he patiently dismantles countless ancient restrictions while explaining their profound mysteries to Wang Lin. He reveals that the famous 18 plum restrictions known throughout the cultivation world are merely a superficial branch derived from the true Annihilation Restriction. The authentic art possesses terrifying power capable of sealing celestials and demons alike, imprisoning heaven and earth itself. Its might stands shoulder to shoulder with the greatest celestial spells and is unrivaled in dominance. Li Yuan further reveals the hidden truth behind the Annihilation Restriction's inheritance. Across tens of thousands of years, the Li family secretly leaked portions of the cultivation method to the outside world on 7 separate occasions. Yet despite this, not a single individual was able to cultivate its orthodox form. The reason lies within the restriction heart, the true core of the inheritance. Techniques, incantations, and hand seals can all be taught to others, but the origin of the restriction heart can only be passed down through the Li family's direct lineage and inherited by the head of the clan. To repay Wang Lin for saving his life, Li Yuan solemnly makes a promise. Once they leave the Thunder Celestial Realm and return to the Li family, he will personally open the Ancestral Inheritance Temple and gift half of his own restriction heart's origin to Wang Lin. By doing so, Wang Lin will gain the opportunity to cultivate the complete ancient Annihilation Restriction. It is a promise of immense significance. If fulfilled, Wang Lin will come into contact with one of the highest restriction legacies in the entire All-Heaven star system, allowing his strength to undergo another qualitative transformation. The two continue their exploration through the Thunder Celestial Realm, but most of the ruins they encounter have long since been plundered by previous generations of cultivators. Restrictions have been destroyed, treasures have vanished, and ancient inheritances have been reduced to empty shells. Time and time again, they find themselves leaving empty-handed. Eventually, however, fate guides them to a desolate fragment continent covered entirely in black soil. The moment they arrive, both men instinctively realize that this place is different. The sky is dim and overcast, yet strangely devoid of thunder. Even so, muffled rumbles echo faintly across the horizon, creating an unsettling atmosphere. The land stretches endlessly in all directions without a single sign of life, radiating an ancient desolation that seems untouched by time itself. Li Yuan immediately sees through the mystery hidden within the continent. He explains that the entire region is concealed beneath the 4th law of the 8 laws of celestial restrictions, a technique that manipulates the surrounding environment to deceive divine senses and hide what lies beneath. Its craftsmanship is exquisite beyond words. After conducting a careful investigation, the two discover that although the restriction has persisted for countless ages, it has never truly been broken. Only its outermost layers show signs of crude damage inflicted by previous explorers. Without wasting any time, Li Yuan forms a series of hand seals. The power of the Annihilation Restriction gathers at his fingertips before he suddenly shouts a single word: break. Immediately, the earth begins surging like waves. The illusions covering the land collapse layer by layer until the true appearance of the hidden ruins is finally revealed. Before them stands an ancient celestial mountain palace. The mountain itself is fractured, its once glorious celestial vegetation long extinct. The palace walls are weathered and mottled, their former majesty reduced to little more than a memory. At first glance, it appears as though countless cultivators have already explored this place, leaving behind nothing of value. However, Wang Lin's perception quickly catches something unusual. Behind the palace stands an enormous ancient tree, unlike anything he has ever seen. The left side of its branches sways gently with the wind, while the right side remains completely motionless, as though frozen in time. It is a sight that directly defies the natural laws of heaven and earth. Almost immediately, both Wang Lin and Li Yuan realize the truth. There is a second layer of restrictions hidden here. As they approach the tree, a chilling aura washes over them. Beneath its branches rest 2 stark white skeletons. One of them wears a simple set of ancient leather armor covered in naturally formed patterns that radiate an overwhelming sense of antiquity. The moment Wang Lin lays eyes upon it, his expression changes dramatically. For perhaps the first time in a very long while, disbelief appears on his face. He instantly recognizes the material. This armor was crafted from the skin of an ancient god. A powerful resonance erupts between the armor and Wang Lin's own ancient god origin, causing an indescribable sorrow to rise within his heart. For a brief moment, he cannot help but think of his own ancient god body. The appearance of such an artifact confirms that these ruins are anything but ordinary. This is not the dwelling place of a common celestial. It is an ancient site connected to beings that existed long before the current age. Li Yuan immediately steps forward and casts the 18 plum restrictions. Restriction seals descend from the sky and envelop the tree and skeletons. Space itself begins to twist violently as sounds resembling shattering mirrors echo through the surroundings. Then, in an instant, everything disappears. The ancient tree vanishes. The skeletons fade away. Even the ancient god leather armor dissolves into nothingness. In their place, an ancient transfer array radiating soft celestial light quietly emerges. Li Yuan's eyes narrow as he instantly understands what has happened. This was the third law of the 8 laws of celestial restrictions, a mirage formation designed to deceive all who entered. The skeletons and the ancient god armor were merely bait, intended to lure greedy cultivators to their deaths. Across countless years, who knows how many experts lost their lives pursuing this illusion. After carefully examining the formation, both men reached the same conclusion. This restriction is ancient and native to the Thunder Celestial realm. It has never truly been broken. Only the passage of time caused minor flaws to appear, allowing traces of its existence to leak into the outside world. Just as Wang Lin and Li Yuan prepare to step into the transfer array and uncover the hidden secret realm concealed beyond it, a sudden change sweeps across the world. An overwhelmingly terrifying divine sense descends without warning. Its range spans tens of thousands of miles, sweeping across the entire fragment continent with absolute dominance. Wherever it passes, dark clouds are torn apart and heaven and earth themselves seem to suffocate beneath its pressure. The sheer might contained within this divine sense far exceeds anything either of them has encountered before. Li Yuan is unable to withstand its pressure and immediately coughs up a mouthful of blood. His soul trembles violently, nearly collapsing on the spot. Even Wang Lin's expression darkens as he senses something strangely familiar hidden within that aura. It does not belong to any native cultivator of the Thunder Celestial realm. This is the presence of a peerless powerhouse who has crossed the boundaries of star systems to arrive here. Realizing that a life-and-death crisis has descended upon them, Wang Lin abandons all hesitation. Grabbing Li Yuan by the collar, he rushes toward the transfer array at full speed, hoping to use the hidden realm to escape. However, the terrifying divine sense immediately locks onto both of them. In the next instant, the surrounding world changes dramatically. Everything within a 1,000-foot radius turns blood red. Crimson smoke churns through the sky, condensing into countless ferocious ghosts that charge forward while releasing ear-piercing shrieks. At this critical moment, Wang Lin and Li Yuan display flawless coordination. Wang Lin races toward the transfer array while Li Yuan remains behind to cover their retreat. Endless restriction seals erupt from his hands as layer upon layer of the 18 plum restrictions spread throughout the heavens, desperately blocking the advancing blood-colored ghosts. Just as it seems they are about to escape, an icy voice suddenly resounds throughout the world. Blood space. Condense. The moment those words are spoken, heaven and earth are instantly imprisoned. Space itself solidifies as though grasped by invisible hands. The 1,000-foot area surrounding Wang Lin and Li Yuan begins collapsing inward under an unimaginable force. A terrifying power of imprisonment descends upon them, making their bodies feel as heavy as mountains. Every movement becomes incomparably difficult. Even lifting a finger requires immense effort. The celestial spiritual energy surrounding them is completely sealed. Magical treasures become useless. Divine abilities cease to function. Then, high above the sky, a crimson light rapidly gathers. Slowly, a familiar figure emerges from the void. The blood ancestor has arrived. An overwhelming hatred spanning entire star systems descends alongside him, accompanied by a monstrous killing intent that refuses to rest until Wang Lin is dead. His resentment fills the heavens themselves as he stares directly at his prey. In an instant, Wang Lin and Li Yuan find themselves trapped in an absolute dead end. And just like that, a brand new life and death battle in the Thunder Celestial realm begins with a thunderous roar.